Hi, and welcome to my final match of Season 20 against DG. I was doing pretty good. Well, I mean, I'm still doing fine in the season. It turns out that Marcus also ended up doing very well. So he is a couple games ahead of me right now, but obviously I could make that up in this match. So we've got Alms, and there's Goons. Yeah, I have a hard time believing in the ill-gotten gains for anything here. You can just scheme a watchtower if they really want to go for that. But I guess I'm not sure what the opening ought to be. I mean, you could just open silver watchtower, or you could open silver gear, or also like gear watchtower. All possibilities. Training should be quite good on something. I mean, there are a lot of possible targets. So I guess I'm gonna start with a silver. You don't. Well, you gotta hit 6 once, basically. I could certainly see other openings besides what I'm going to do, though. Getting one of the 4s would also not be that bad. It's not gonna help you buy anything, but good card to have in your deck. My thoughts are that it's not particularly worth it to get maybe we'll go with a gear now. That wasn't a symbol joined the chat, so of course his mic's always on. This is not a great opening draw for me. Both of my things miss a shuffle, but I'll get a village here. I don't really know which village. That's nice for him. I guess mining village is as good as anything. Should be fine. Of course, I'm quite jealous of the goons, but I might be able to afford one here. It would help if he played his goons. I guess he didn't have it in hand yet, so that's not really possible. That would be quite helpful to me. I am going to play the watchtower, although I'm likely to draw some stuff dead. I could just top deck a village. It's not too crazy either. Obviously, playing the watchtower and drawing 3 coppers is not that likely, but it would be nice. I think I gotta try for that anyway. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that valuable to top deck something. Yeah, I mean, scheme makes sense. He has a goons. Alright, well, I didn't draw. Oh, yeah, I did draw 3 copper. 2 copper. Oh, I'm drawing. I guess I have to wonder whether it's worth it to get a lost city, and I think surely it must be. So, probably he'll goons me here. Well, I mean, maybe not. Who knows? He does, so. Oh, yeah. course, we have the classic Goons Watchtower interaction. You can trash coppers as you buy them. I'm going to have to say that I think I would have liked just a second Goons better than what he just did. But what do I know? Yeah, Scheme's okay. Harold's pretty nice. Or should be nice eventually. Hamlet is, it's whatever. It's not amazing, but it's fine. I don't know what the alm's for. Pretty much all things are nice, to be honest. I will be able to get my goons here no matter what, since I geared away a couple things. Maybe it would have been even worth it for him to do training. Probably not, though. Hope he doesn't get to his... Well, it doesn't even matter to me whether he gets to his goons or not, does it? Totally inconsequential as far as my turn goes. Look, I got $8. Tracer left, he couldn't handle it anymore. Oh, he came back. He can handle it after all. Turns out he can handle it. The goal here, one goal. Draw the deck really well. Second goal. Win. Good goals. Look at that. He's getting lots of Hamlets, which I can't say I fully understand or appreciate, but what do I know after all? Give you a quick answer, nothing. Certainly there's nothing wrong with scheming, lost cities or something. I just don't know if you need 3 schemes at this point, when they could have been, like villages or something. Maybe he's gonna train them, have treasuries, flexible treasuries. I suppose he didn't get to scheme his goons right, so unless he's going to draw on with a Hamlet or something, he's not going to goons me this turn. Maybe he is, though. Did he play the watchtower just because he didn't want to? Oh, he wanted to top deck the one. I see. Was a scheme style play. So the gear. What do we? Seems like making the goons miss the shuffle is probably not the move. Right. So. Well, I mean, it's probably not the biggest deal ever. What do we got in there? 5 coppers and 3 estates. Well, and this last card, whatever it is. Play it, yeah. Yeah, we better just hold our horses. Take a quick stop. What do we want? Oh, it's a herald. Well, anyway, it is a herald. That is what it is, though. Let's not get second goons yet. Do this. It probably would have been an alright shuffle to trigger, you know. Not the worst thing ever. He must have already had a watchtower in hand. His top decking was unneeded. Well, he might have drawn it. The Hamlets are pretty nice. You have the estates in handy anyway. They're kind of crappy, so everyone's leaving. They can't handle this boring game. Well, to be fair, it's gonna be pretty boring. It's too many choices for a game with, I don't know. Hooray! I am going to set aside cards. Well, one of the heralds was nice. Well, if I'd gotten to my watchtower, it would have been, you know, good times all around, but I didn't. Well, that's just wrong. I got, now I've got two lost cities, a mining village in here in this bottom four cards. It's, that's just cruel. Super cruel, in fact. What absolute garbage. That's a real shame. And look at his turn. Well, I mean, the hamlets are wheel spinning slightly, but still, I mean, that's a turn. And it'll only get, well, anyway, it just means I'll be able to actually resign in not too long of a time. So what did I set aside? A state and a copper, I think. Probably nothing useful. Yeah, I'll just top deck a lost city and buy and trash a copper, I guess. I mean, don't think it's gonna help the cause much. I guess that's the power of the scheme, though. I just didn't quite have the draws he did to do some of those things. What did he scheme last time? Watchtower and Hamlet? Yeah, that's alright. It's kind of hard to see whether training would even be worth it at any point. It might be, but it seems hard to take that over a component that helps you draw the deck, or goons that helps you have more threat. I mean, he could say pile the hamlets or something and then train them, and that would be a lot of money. But he's gonna have a really solid points lead though before we even get into the end part of the game. So he does train the hamlets, which is fine. I mean, I really don't know. It seems like maybe you can do better than that by drawing on more, or by getting draw components. But obviously, he's having a good deal less trouble drawing than I am. So, I can always buy a bunch of hamlets here, which is a little silly, but they do help me draw with Herald. So what's this look like? Do I want to leave $2 peddler things for him? Probably not. Probably not. The gear gets in the way of the watchtower a little bit, which is not great. Yeah. I expect he can get like Herald. He could probably add another couple Heralds, would be pretty nice. I'm not quite feeling the watchtower, but okay. Definitely he could. I would have double Herald, I think, if I had been him. But Lost City's pretty nice. I do think I was underestimating the Hamlet Watchtower, although I also just had some poor draws. Do 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 do. Come on, Harold. Well, apparently I was just wrong about having anything good left in my deck at all. Yep, we can quit here. That wasn't too painful overall, since he got out to a pretty decisive lead. Unfortunately, it was my first player. That's the bad. Well, these matches look a lot better when I report the results inaccurately. Okay. It's another Lost City board. The buy is not great, but it's good enough to make the engine worthwhile, I think. Well, mainly the vineyards are good enough to make the engine worthwhile. Pilgrimage is nice too. You can trade route catacombs, kind of an extra gain, or hunting grounds. It's sort of an expensive way of getting an extra gain, though. If you get to the part where you're gaining vineyards, it may be fine. But anyway, we have 10 starting junk cards anyway, so I don't know what the opening is. I mean, you play something like, I don't know, a vault or a catacombs, big money against this. I don't think it probably pans out. Play vault big money, you kind of activate their first diplomats for them, which is friendly. There's just the vineyards can just be worth so stinking much. Just a lot. Pilgrimage also gets you 3 cards for 2 buys. So that's a net gain there. Not a huge thing either, but probably pretty good here, actually. So there's so many. I mean, you could put the. I mean, if you build the engine, it's pretty much a 10-card engine. So the vault is probably the least important, but even it can see some play. Diplomat maybe is also hard to incorporate, depending. Depends on if they have vaults. If they have vaults, then they're easy, and if they don't, then not so much. My opening, I'm thinking Conspirator Wishing Well, though you could also just start right in on the trade routes. But I'm thinking more second shuffle for that, or second or third. Probably be pretty willing to take potion fairly early. Make second or third shuffle. Just stack up on Wishing Wells and Conspirators and Lost Cities mostly. Pilgrimage. Palace looks pretty pointless. I don't know what happened there. I could see trade route opening as well. I will take a Lost City here. Well, let's see what he does. Yeah. I will still also take a Lost City. He must just have, well, he's gotta just have 4. I don't know if you can take the potion already. Maybe. If you go for the engine, you don't have to go for vineyards, actually. That's just... The vineyards are more an option if the other player goes money. But if you are playing an engine mirror, it's totally reasonable to just try and pile the provinces. It's not that hard to do. You may get vineyards as well, but it's not like necessary to really be focused on that. Since the gains are sort of slow, you can't get actions that quickly. We may actually just have a 3 pile on, like, say, the Lost Cities, the Wishing Wells, and the Conspirators is a possibility. 3 pile's a little harder here because there's a lot of cards that are worth getting, and the gains are slow. I'd probably, for him, potion or trade route. I get a copper on mine. I could, on my turn, not play the Lost City and just take a trade route. See what he's got here. I'd almost be looking at double wishing well if I were him. I may go just play the conspirator by trade route. Now we've got more estates than coppers left. That was a nice turn for me. That was a really nice turn for me, actually. So, I'm going to actually go with a pilgrimage. Here I can get the potion. Pretty good wells for everybody. Suppose he's gonna go Golem Well again, or Golem Well. Not again. Well, maybe the well is the again part. Would have been killer to see some of the lost cities in this shuffle. The most important thing in Dominion is to draw your cycling cards at the top of your shuffle. That's the most important Dominion skill by far. It's not even close to anything else. So I had 2 estates in my, so there are no estates left, so there's just copper and conspirator. So if I see conspirator with this wishing well, I'll have a known wish to make. No, there's trade route too, right? Yeah, never mind. Forget it. There's 2 coppers, 2 estates. I guess I'd rather draw an estate. Okay, that's fine. Golem nothing. Well, this will be a crappy turn. It'll be like that same turn I had a second ago. That's not good. Now a lot of this is going to come down to who puts their golems in the front of their shuffles. I will take another conspirator, I think. Actually, I'm not positive. Maybe I'll take a wishing well. Well, at least he didn't pull his golem up there. I have 2 conspirators. I think I will take a wishing well. It's just a little safer. Pretty glad to have the 2 lost cities. You get another golem. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. Hooray! Now let's hope it reveals 2 lost cities. Or 2 wishing wells or something. Something nice that draws cards. Not 2 conspirators. That'd be sad. One trade route, one conspirator, that's okay. That I can live with. Yeah, we're both ready to flip pilgrimage. I assume he'll do it this turn. And get Lost City Golem Conspirator would be my guess. If I had to make one. I don't think he has any more actions, right? Yeah. So, probably doesn't have that much money. Well, you know, for certain definitions of that much. The golems will be overkill here in a couple of turns, but whatever. They're still nice. So my nightmare reveal is conspirator. Most other things are fine, but not necessarily great. Well, he didn't help me out with that. Okay, that was the perfect one. So should be able to draw everything here. So it's got to be an estate. There we go. Cool. I don't know what to buy now. Well, one thing I know what to buy. I don't know how soon I can just buy a double province, actually. We're up to like 11 action cards. So the vineyards are getting competitive with province. I mean, we could go for a province slash vineyard kind of thing. That wouldn't be awful. Still a long ways to go before we run out of trade route fuel, unless we get a second trade route. Ooh, that's bad. That's no good at all. Especially if he starts with that and continues on into that. So he'll draw deck this turn for sure. You can wish whatever, doesn't matter. I'm gonna buy I'm not sure what I'm gonna buy. Maybe a vault. Sort of weird not to just play all treasures. There's not any particular reason not to. He's already greening that way. I'm not so enamored of it as a greening strategy. I think provinces are fine. Hope his turn sucks. My turn sure sucked. Alright, that's alright. Doesn't matter. What do I have in here? I tossed a golem. So there's like a trader and some other things, I guess. Well, I should be able to get this wish 100%. So I had 2 conspirators, 3 coppers. I have 2 wishing wells. This should be a copper, I think. I had six. Yeah, I have 6 coppers, so it should be a copper. What? Alright. I guess I'm just full of crap. Oh, I had 2 conspirators left. Wow. I still have this vault. Well, I can double province right now. I didn't play that quite right, but it doesn't really change what I would do anyways. The bad deal here would be drawing the vault early on in your turn, I guess. Fortunately, he can still afford like Province Vineyard. But he can't double Province. Not yet, anyway. He would have to pick up something, a vault of his own. Something like that. He can pilgrimage his turn. Which doesn't necessarily do a lot. I mean, it ups his vineyards. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has some action cards still in hand, I think. So that he should be getting 3 points here. The vineyard should go up. Well, they have to. Once he decides to gain a potion, they still likely will. Which would put him at, I guess, 5-point vineyards. He may want, actually, yeah, so he'll probably go on a second trade route. Huh, he didn't get a second. I think he wanted a second trade route there, and then I think he would have won pretty easily. Alright, that's nice. I think if he had gotten a second trade route there, he would have been in a pretty unbeatable position, but not necessarily now, because he would have been able to do like vineyard province, and that would have been a lot of points. He still has, he still has sufficient things to trash. What do we have left? Some wishing wells and things. Some more conspirators, probably. 2 coppers still. No. Not anymore. A province. I guess we could wish for that. I found it. Hooray. I mean, the rest of these things are like conspirators. Okay. The bad thing about the vault, of course, is helping him. I don't even know why I don't think I had to play the vault, did I? Well, he didn't use it, so. But yeah, I didn't really have to play the vault, did I? That was just stupidity on my part. Jeez, I cannot get a starting hand to save my life. I mean, that happens in this. That happens in these kinds of decks. We're not really trashed out, but we're pretty trashed. I would have liked my chances pretty well if he would have just double vineyard here. If I had been able to double province, because I don't think he would have had a double province answer. What did he gain? He gained the potion. Yeah. I doubt he wanted to do that, so I expect a undo request to be submitted shortly. The darn wishing well. You used to have to wish while on Making Fun. You had to wish even if you had no cards. We just skip that step in these modern days. Yeah, like if he were going double vineyard and I was double provincing, I would feel pretty good about the chances. As it is, though, since I'm doing jack squat, I feel less good about it. Yeah, he's got 3 vineyards on his state. Even if he had gone like province vineyard, that would have given him 27 points. Then I couldn't have double provinced. But I could single province. I mean, I'm a little bit more conspirator heavy. And he's got a lot more wishing wells, but I have an additional lost city. For all that good it's done me. I mean, unless he duds within one of these turns, I'm not in a winnable spot. As long as he doesn't have the threat of double province, it gives me a lot of control. Accepting the issue that I can dud. He can... No, he just can't. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you never know with DG whether he's left the game because of the connection or disappeared into the recesses of his mind. We just gotta wait. I wonder how many actions I have. I have like 13 actions. So vineyards are 4 for me. I hope I can win some of these games so that 1, I make it into the championship match, 2, have a chance at it. I wish he'd done it sometime. I don't mind, I don't care when. Just wish it was done. Oh man, it's a war of it. Well, okay, that's fine. If I had my double province turn, I would just be winning for sure. Of course, I have my absolutely nothing turn, so that's cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know if I want to buy a duchy. It makes his trade routes better. Does that matter? I don't even know if that matters. I could buy a potion, and then I would be able to double vineyard next time. That's okay, I guess. If I needed to for points reasons related to points. I don't know. It beats me. I have no idea what I'm doing. What is this nonsense? Wishing for Golem and finds it? He's got like 16 cards and he wishes for Golem and finds it. If it had happened twice, we would have had to, scream. maybe he will. I guess he could. I didn't get a trade route, did I? That's probably the card I should have got, was a trade route instead of a potion. That would have made more sense. Silly me. Oh well, too late. Then I could have done Province Vineyard. And also got rid of more of these garbage cards. We'll just have to see what happens. Gonna buy a province. I mean, I may still do this turn. Could easily still do this turn, in fact. Well, I don't really want to play the vault yet. But I guess I have to. So... Well, what am I likely to do here? I'm not going to... Can he double province if he trashes... What did he buy? He can't double province still, right? He would have to trash... I don't think he has enough money for it. Okay, so I gotta go for the double province. Though realistically I don't need to get that much money from Vault to do that, I don't think. Maybe I do, I don't really remember. So, go on. I guess province. Well, unless we're very, very lucky. Well, I can double province here. And hope I draw a golem in my two cards that aren't crap. Well, we have a shot anyway. I don't know why he didn't take... Oh, he bought a vault. I missed the vault. Never mind, he can double province. He will double province. I mean, what else would I mean, I could have just Province Vineyard, right? But it still would have been losing. Oh well. Well, it maybe wouldn't have been losing. I guess we just hope he doesn't, nope. His wishing wells are killing me. He doesn't, like, have that many golems. I guess he has quite a few. He have 4. That's a pretty good amount. So I must be toast. Assuming he got to the vault, which seems pretty safe. As far as assumptions go. Yeah. Alright, well, Yeah, I wasn't. I missed that he bought a vault. And I just had too many duds in there. That pretty much sealed it. If I had gotten... Yeah, clearly I should have just been buying Province Potion on my turn. But I don't know that that would have actually changed the outcome. But maybe. Maybe. I would have had 3 points less. He would have... Yeah, that would have given me a shot. He would have had to then, like, Vineyard Duchy on his turn. Or Vineyard Double Duchy. In which case I could have double provinced, I think. I'm not sure. I thought we already took five of those during the last game. So, sure. How is everybody? Are y'all doing well? I hope you're doing just great. How's everybody's struggle to achieve greatness in the new Dominion leaderboard? It hasn't gone so well for me. I mean, it's okay. It's just a little slower than maybe it should have been. You play these games and some of these people do the weirdest things, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. That the draws are bad enough that what they do cuts it. Single T's gonna beat me in the next round of the dual set. My bane. We played 2 games in an hour. So, I mean, that's awful. I know you guys listen for my incredible ability to maintain an entertaining running commentary. It's my gift. Oh gosh, please come back, TG. TG. Please come back. Oh. I'm gonna die. There aren't any good threads on FDS anymore. I mean, not right now anyway. I don't mean to imply that it's necessarily a permanent state. You can't even go into like the ranking list threads. They're just a nightmare. And so that eliminates a lot. I can practice making emoji faces or something. This is one I like a lot. Oh good, he brought me tea. You guys can't see my emoji face. I didn't get to send it. Sorry. You're all out of luck. You have to watch YouTube. It appeared in the chat box, but it didn't. It's a wall game and a swamp hack game and an embassy. We can actually hand out curses this time with the embassy. No villages, so likely a nothing too exciting to do here. Probably can play pretty basic swamp hag money, maybe with an embassy or two. That doesn't really mix very well, so I guess that's a question of whether the swamp hag's worth it or not. Obviously the curses hurt double or something like that. They hurt more. I would either go with a mill or a poacher. I think mill will be a little bit better just because you'll never be trashed. You'll probably always have at least one junk card, and that's enough to make it pretty much the same as poacher. Lurker looks awful, I think. Artisan, I'm not seeing it. I'm really thinking like silvers and embassies seem reasonable. And swamp hags. Yeah, my question is, I guess, between whether we want swamp hags or embassies, but I'm leaning towards the swamp hags. I don't have very much experience at all playing swamp hag money. I don't think it's gone all that well for me in the past when I've tried it, but there's museums, so that's something, but it's not that big of a something. It might let you take a poacher or something later on over a silver. It's not gonna like make you want to take a pearl diver probably. Maybe at the end you'll get 1 point from your pearl diver. Well, my mill is worthless. I don't know if an artisan is helpful. How could it possibly be helpful? So the embassy is nice because you just like give them that curse, right away. The swamp hag is nice because, you might give them more than one. Just for the sake of doing something different. That's not a good reason. I almost convinced myself. This is a pretty good shuffle here. Get that swamp hag early. Get the 2 swamp hags early. He got 2 swamp hags right there in the shuffle. If I don't draw an estate, I'll have a province, but I guess I don't probably want a province yet. So I guess it's a question of whether I want the 3rd swamp hag or gold. Beats me. Probably gold's pretty good. Wow, he took a lurker. That's wild to me. I mean, that to me is crazy. Why would you take a lurker? Unless there's something going on here that I'm totally... Oh, yeah, okay. That's what I imagined. Here, let's not do it the slow, awful way, though. Let's do it the reasonable way. Well, okay, that's fine with me. Yeah, I mean, I guess I get it. It's like a point. It's like plus 1 point, and the pearl diver is better than nothing. So, okay, so the first pearl diver is not wild. Do we want gold or second swamp hag? I guess I'll go with gold. I don't think buying the pearl diver there is right, though. You probably get another chance later on and where it's better. I think I'm willing to pass here. Here I'll either take another gold or province. I'll have province here. I just don't know if it's good yet, since the decks will be a little junky. It doesn't seem weird to get another gold. It doesn't seem weird to me anyway. Huh. This I'll do province though. And this I'll do province. Man, if I draw a swamp hag too, that would be special. Otherwise, it's a little sad because the swamp hags are clumping a bit. Not too bad. If he doesn't buy a swamp hag here, or play a swamp hag here, I'll buy the pearl diver. Now. Wow, I'm hitting just right on 8. That's really lucky. Quite lucky. We already have a stays. Did he buy something? No, he didn't. So this is probably get nothing. Get the province. Don't top deck. Yep, just end it. Well, this might end up being not playing Swamp Hag, depending. Buy a duchy is reasonable. Alright, we'll buy a duchy. Since it's worth a good amount. Really, I've had quite good shuffles. Much better than him so far. Unless it takes quite a dive, I'll probably be okay. Did not take quite a dive. This is going to be a hard amount to come back from. Boo. It's too much money. But still very difficult for him to come back at this point. I probably won't have province this following turn, but I should have duchy at least. A mill's not really worth a point, you know, because of wall. I mean, it's still an okay card, but you might consider like a nomad camp, you know, or a poacher. Because as is, buying the mill didn't score you any points. Poacher or nomad camp would have got you 1 point. Here I can get a duchy. Artisan, of course, gets you some points. Artisan makes some sense. You have to get... Oh, no, okay. I don't want that. Maybe I should take an artisan here before my shuffle. And I can take a duchy here. I'm not really seeing how I can lose at this point. Now he can just ignore his, he keeps buying the mills, but the mills don't do anything. But okay. Man, we're pretty close to just half the VP now. Since mill and estate are totally VP neutral. The only way you can score points is by buying a unique card or a duchy. So he already has more than 6 of the unique cards, so it's probably been half VP for a while. Though maybe that last duchy lurker thing did it. Alright. Change in the play. Oh, DG's not back yet. He did keep buying mills whenever that was just not anything. Well, in some sense. Okay, so we could do double 4, like a Spice Merchant Sacrifice opening. That could be pretty nice. Courtier has the bandit camp, or the pirate ship, bandit, or the pirate ship, excuse me, as target. You could open Sentry, of course, which may just flat out be better than getting the 2 4s. Could be courtyard openings, not wild either. What does this silver really do for you? Not much. What does the courtyard really do for you? I'll try silver. I could definitely believe that a Spice Merchant Sacrifice opening works here. This is one of those nice King's Court cantrip things. At least there's courtyard boosts the draw a little bit. Of course, there's really good trashing, so no trouble to build the big deck. I am interested in this other opening, but maybe he'll do it and we'll get to learn about it. I'm not real sure the silver either. Courtyard or pawn would have been fine. This sheep has a really crazy hairstyle on Sacrifice. He's got flowing locks of hair. And after all, he just decided to follow. So I'm going to go for 2 sentries and then other things. Hope I don't reveal a sentry on top here. Hope I get to trash 2 cards. Yay! I'll take the pawn now, I guess. It was fine to trigger the shuffle since I'd already gotten the 2nd sentry in there anyway. And obviously I would have done it no matter what, but it was particularly okay in this case. So this will be either a Baker or a, wow, that's nice. Or if I hit this 7 here, I'll go ahead and get the King's Court. So that being the case, I might take a courtier already. We both appear to be doing okay as far as trashing goes. He's in fact played 3. sentries already. Not that I can complain about my... Of course, he's gonna have 7 too. No, he only has 6. He doesn't have that much money. So he'll have to take a baker here or a courtier. Something. This sentry, unfortunately, is very likely to not trash anything or just trash a small something. I don't want to get rid of that. Guess we'll just get another pawn. I'm not sure if the play here is to do the... Probably I want to king's court the pawn. Yeah, bandit seems pretty good. I can buy a bandit this turn, I guess. Having a sacrifice to clean up the remaining garbage would be pretty nice, I think. Okay, so I guess I gotta get one action. I do wonder if the play is to get bandits or not. You don't want to get too much gold, but... Well, you want one for a courtier anyway. Still just another pawn right now, I think. Anyway, I'm in good shape, but... we'll see when he plays his bandit. He'll be able to buy king's court this turn. We'll see. When he plays it bandit, I may get some information about what to play, what order to play things in here, as far as trying to trash stuff. We're both thin. Okay, so the estate's in the discard, so I probably want to hold off a little bit on the century plays. I mean, there's like century, silver, and pawn left, I guess. Well, I can hold off on the second century play? I don't know. Card action. We do need 2, don't we? Card action. Card coin. So we may miss trashing things. Yeah, that's alright. Let's go ahead and get another king's court. So I'll play one pawn for card action, see if we can get the second king's court, but it was pretty nice of me to trash his silver, actually. So he's still holding a copper. I think I would have gotten one courtyard as him. What did he toss? Estate and century, okay. Alright. That's what I want to see. I killed one of his golds. I killed two of his golds. Sweet. Play this. Alright. I probably didn't need to use whatever I used for my King's Court choices. Okay, can I use a third buy? I've got 10, 13, 16. Yeah. I believe I can. In fact, I may just want to keep getting the King's Courts. Oh, courtyard probably nice. Ooh, this is looking awful. This is guaranteed dud, actually. Already. Because I can't draw enough to make it not a dud. That's no good. Well, I was feeling pretty good after that turn, but now it's looking considerably less good. Unless he also has a crappy turn. Which is kind of looking like he does, maybe. Not sure. Certainly my next turn should be fine. I guess the question is whether I want to try and go for buying another King's Court, or if I should go for getting a courtier or something, or just play a bandit and buy a courtier or baker or something. I could draw with the pawn and just do card action with the pawn. See what I turn up. I guess I killed most of his golds. If this game lasts long enough, we might empty the gold. Probably won't last that long, but this courtyard's punishing me because I'm gonna draw a King's Court off this top deck with this pawn, and it would have rescued my turn if I hadn't bought the courtyard. So I guess he'll get to king a bandit, but probably not have the draw to get all the golds. Oh no, he's just gonna king another pawn. So that's not so scary. The bad thing is how crappy this turn is for me. I mean, maybe the place Depends a lot on what my top cards are, and that's of course impossible to know the way it is. So I'm certainly willing here to just draw card action, and if find King's Court, probably King the Bandit, although it's just a few too many golds. It's part of the reason why I got the courtyard, is so that we could draw the golds that we're gaining. It may just be quite bad play to have this much. Okay. So I will buy King's Court. Alright, so this turn will fire off. Should be able to draw everything, but main thing will be getting to the courtyard. Well, first just more King's Courts, but then the courtyard. Good, I lost my silver. That's fine. I suppose here he'll get the last two King's Courts. Well, depending on what he does, actually, I might have a pile out. Just have to see. Probably pretty easy pile out on the estates. Depends on how many pawns I can king. I have 5 King's Courts, so I can play 9 actions, tripled, I guess, which is more than I have. He's getting a lot of buys. I don't suppose he can end it. Well, probably he's just getting the buys because he didn't need the money anyway. Or, I mean, because he didn't need the draw. Do I have 6 King's Courts? No, wait, that's not right. No, 5. Yeah, 5. Okay. I mean, I think I'll just beat him if he doesn't add more King's Court, but I think if he adds more King's Court, he might have an issue with a pile out. Of course, I could dud again. That's sort of been my turns, or this game, this match. Those 2 games I lost were a lot on duds. Oh. I mean, if he just provinces already, I can triple province, I think, pretty easily. He's running a little low on draw. He'll need to get some courtyards, I think. He could also add some other stuff. He is going to risk a 3 pile, though, if he does lower piles and doesn't score points. Okay. Yeah, I kind of expected him to get at least 1 King's Court there. See, I think I can get it. I think I can empty the estates and this. I only need, well, I need $25, but I gotta use pawns for buys, and I gotta mostly use pawns for buys. And I gotta get around to the King's Courts again, because they were both in the discard. Or 2 of them are in the discard, so there should be 1 more still in the deck. Right now I've got Copper, Sentry, King's Court, Copper, Sentry, King's Court in my discard, but anyways, yeah, I think I can pile. I need 10 buys. And $25 seems doable, since I can add $9 this turn. Okay, let's begin. I mean, it would be worth it to know my exact deck composition as far as golds and stuff. He has 5 golds. There's 3 in the trash, 8. I don't know how many golds the pile starts with. So I can figure out if I have to play pawns for money or not. There are 30 golds, so 5 and 8. 8 is 26. 4. I only have 4 golds, okay. So I'll have 7 golds by the end. It's $21. So plus the copper, $22. So I have to play pawn for dollars at least 3 times. And I have to play for buys like 9 times. So let's guess we don't really want the bandits yet, necessarily. Oh, there's just the one king's court. Have I shuffled again already? Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I shuffled in the middle of this thing. Oh, I did. I shuffled in the middle of this, so I really only ever had one king's court in the discard. Okay, so I probably should have kept the bandit, actually, but anyways, that's just fine. Trying to reorder. Okay, king's court, pawn, card buy, card buy. I have 4 pawns, I think. I need to get to the bandit. Maybe I don't have enough pawns. Maybe I'm confused about that. That's a real possibility, I suppose. Well, I hope I draw the bandit. Hooray! Okay. Don't want to trash. Don't think that matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have to play the last king's court. Yeah, I don't have to play the last king's court. And I can, I believe, just barely manage it. Alright, 7, 9. Plus 16 is 25, and 10 buys. And 8 points is higher than 6, so. And that game lasts 11 turns. Alright, well I tied Marcus. So now let's try and get a few points ahead of him. Though a tie would be fine too. The only thing that's a little, well, the bad thing about a tie would be we tied in our match too. So it's pretty dissatisfying if you get to the championship match, it ends in a tie and then it's broken by one of those wonky tiebreakers. Not just head-to-head result, because you're tied on the head-to-head. Man, this also does not look like a fast one. So I'll probably open moneylender silver, maybe moneylender estate. It's not totally wild to open quarry storeroom either. Or yeah, which probably is the fastest thing to get witch. Maybe not. Anyway, I think getting the trashing start's worth it. There's only this one village, not very good village, but it's not a very good village, it's a very good card. It's just a little hard as a village because you only get one or two of them, two or three of them. You get a small amount of them. It's a great card though. Yeah. I think maybe wishing. It's hard to tell whether you want the wishing well or the silver, but it's not clear to me at least. Let's try the silver. That's not so great. I'll do a quarry here. That's awful, really awful. I could get a second quarry, I guess. Then I'll save my wolf den. Here I can top deck the witch, which is nice. Hopefully I'll draw the second quarry. I think with traveling fair, the quarry is going to be really nice. This is fine too, though. So I could top deck 3 encampments. That strat didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to, but pretty close to the way I wanted it to. I'll just keep returning and buying back the encampments each turn. That should be pretty good. At least until I have a gold, in which case I'll just, keep them. It would be nice to get a plunder or a gold or something, but we'll just have to wait for now. If we can get a lot of money one of these turns, we should be in good shape. I guess he got a quarry last time, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and try for the money lender. So this could be a little sad. Well, probably not. He's going to have to return them. So I'm winning the curse split stuff. I'm not going to have any encampments because he took away my encampment trick. So this turn won't be quite as good, but pretty good still. Storeroom should be pretty nice. Maybe he should have gotten a storeroom last turn instead of one of the encampments. I guess if I buy another silver, I'll get 3 points. He can double hunting party. Storeroom may have been crazy good, actually. Some turn you want to do the work to make sure you can keep the encampments after buying a bunch of them. will probably mean a gold. You'll just never be able to keep all of them though, just because of the... So did he only play one of his encampments? Oh, he stopped, I see. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So I can finish off the encampments in the... I could do... I guess he's worried about playing his witch because of the shuffle, which is a reasonable thing to be worried about. Fourth quarry would give me close to pile outs on like storms and wishing wells. Third quarry, sorry. This turn it looks like you gotta get the gold somehow. The witch play won't be necessary here in a turn or two. Wishing well would be like almost guaranteed to be worthless here. I kind of expect one of those turns where I did a triple encampment. I should have added a storm in there, although I don't know if I had a turn. I know I had at least one where the encampments were 0 and everything, the storms would have been 0. I had a double quarry turn. He can buy another quarry to get 3 points. I can buy a silver. I don't think either of us are really all that close to getting the... okay. Well, I'll probably want to play 2 terminals here, so... okay. Maybe I only have not as many of those as I thought. Okay. a gold now. I could get a second gold. That's a bummer. He's got enough to buy 2 of those encampments along with top decking a gold. That silver helped. Second silver helped. I will be able to end up with a good amount of them, but I get to keep this one, so so he can get 2 encampments, which would leave me still with 3. That's not too bad. It's quite good, actually. Hopefully I draw through stuff here. It's still possible to stop. It's still quite possible to stop. You need a lot of money to be able to straight up pile out. He can also just buy up the encampments, not put a gold, but he can't really, if he's trying to buy the encampments and keep them, that doesn't really work unless you want to just not play them later on until you have the gold or the plunder. So. But he is apparently just going for the buys. Surprised he didn't want to take any wishing wells. Didn't he have more money to get more buys? I'm not sure. Alright, well he's gonna give me the last curse, which is a bummer, but it's just the way it goes. I don't want to top deck that. That was quite sad that we didn't draw anything there useful. Didn't hit any of the hunting parties. A lot of hunting parties left then. I may have given him a win if he has 16 bucks. Well, no, he needs less than that. He only needs 14 bucks. Though if he's playing the storeroom that soon, that's going to make it pretty hard to get to that. He wanted to play that last. But yeah, 17 bucks would be, or not 14 bucks would all he need, because he would have to buy traveling fare 7 times to get the wishing wells, assuming he'd drawn everything. Well, he isn't going to draw everything, but assuming he had drawn everything before he got to the storeroom, most everything. It sucks he's going to give me this last courage. Actually, it sucks more because I'm way behind, points-wise. I'm not really sure why I'm way behind. I know it's this unique card thing, but I didn't think I was doing that much worse than him on it. Maybe I just have way more curses. Or maybe I got rid of my second to last copper. That's possible. I bet that's it. So I probably only have 1 copper, 1 storeroom, 1 wishing well, 1 moneylender, 1 witch, all that garbage, 1 silver. Well, he's not going to have anything like $14, but he would have if he'd gotten to his storeroom last. But now he's going to have a real hard time drawing because he won't have the encampments anymore. So he just lost 8 cards worth of draw, or 3, 6, whatever. He lost a bunch of draw. I could very easily just totally dud here, though. So he's down to 1 copper. That's why his score went down. On the other hand, I can score 9 points really easily, trashing copper and buying 1 of Storm and 1 of Wishing Well. And even, pardon me, 1 of silver would not be hard, and 1 of any of the actions would be very easy to get on a finishing turn. So the point disparity is maybe not such a big deal. The big deal is whether you can draw your storm at the end and play it for 10 coins or whatever. The even bigger deal is trying to just have a turn that doesn't dud. So, what I have last time, some junk. I wonder what my most likely card is. Well, looky there. That was fortunate. That was also fortunate that I did the cantrip into the hunting party and the other stuff the other way. Well, I may lose this encampment, but that's alright. Let's play the witch. I may lose this encampment. Yes, I do. Okay. So, well, losing both encampments is alright. It's not the best thing, but How much money do I have? Corey. Maybe I have a win. So I can get, I only need 5 more buys to get the storerooms. That gives me 3 points. And then a wishing well and a quarry are free as well, pretty much, and they're both 3 points. So that should be a win right here. That piles, that wins. This lets us get a witch as well. The annoying part is we have to hit done reacting 20 times. Hey, I got a square on JSH's bingo board. Which is to finish a game with negative points, win a game. Though I don't know if that mattered. Well, we don't have to change anything. Well, we've got another messy one. And then you're going to open Black Market Potion here. The only other thing you could do is open with a remodel. Which I'm going to take one here, but... I hope that crappy turn was a 1p turn or a 2p preferably. Oh no, my internet died. Maybe it didn't. Did it or didn't it? I guess it didn't. Never mind, my internet did not die. I lied. Those are not very good draws here, actually. Moneylender's okay. Rocks and Embargo are both awful. My potion missed the shuffle, which is, not good, but fine. Probably take a silver here. It's nice to get a wharf. Well, I might take a lurker. Actually. I don't know. Ironmonger's pretty nice now. Lurker would have been pretty good too. Well, I just won't play the remodel here, that's fine. That is a unique black market reveal. That is so that is super bizarre. That's just nuts. My remodel was stupid. That's putting it gently, maybe. It'll be okay later, but you should just wait until you're drawing better. So silver would have been better. Either of the villages would have been better. Another black market would have been better. That's okay though. I don't mind being off a little bit. Obviously here I'm just gonna buy familiar. I can see the golem and I can see the familiar, but I can't see the apothecary or the alchemist. If you're lucky with the golem, it can be crazy good. Draw it early. That's the most important thing. If he places warfare, he's really in okay shape. He adds a village here. It's nice. I would probably buy mining villages over farming villages, no question in my mind. But what do I know? See, you draw it early and you move right along. Look at that heroic farming village too. What do I know? I mean, I'm just full of crap. He probably can't buy these things and is familiar, so I expect him to just put them all back. I would. They're not worth it. The expand's pretty good, but the expand's good, but everything else is pretty crappy. I'm really actually okay with him taking the expand too. As long as he doesn't draw his golem again. I don't want these things. I need a wharf badly. This is nice here. I get to remodel something. Hopefully he drew his expand and his golem. He didn't though. Border Village is nice too. No doubt about it. Sacrifice is nice. Actually, I think I'd take the sacrifice over the border village, but not clear actually to me. Here I'll be able to buy a wharf, and I will, even if I have my potion. Golem's really good in this kind of deck, though. We were both kind of slow to familiars. Maybe if I had been lucky enough to... That's nice. All looks good to me. Too bad I don't have enough for this stonemason. I don't even know if the chapel works at this point or not. On turn 10, does the chapel do anything? Maybe it does before I've been really attacked much at all. And I haven't really bought too many treasures. I don't know. Do I want a third familiar? Will I get to hit him with another one before the end? Probably not. I am... Dang it, this was the hand to draw the chapel, that's for sure. So, we'll get a warehouse. This is not quite so inspiring, a draw for the chapel, since we're just trashing coppers, maybe nothing good at all. Shouldn't be too much trouble to build back up, though. The trouble is whether he starts drawing a lot of cards really soon. I really don't believe that much in the chapel, but I would have... Oh, he just had nothing, okay. I guess I'll keep that. What are these? These are stupid draws. I have a wharf? I don't know, okay. I didn't know I had a wharf. That's nice. Hitting some, hitting the familiars there would have been maybe game winning. As it is, it's probably not game winning, but still good to Trash. That would have been really nice to hit a couple familiars there. Oh well. This turn will be mostly garbage. Okay, we get to give him one more curse. That's cool. He's just way ahead on drawing if he can find a trashing card in there. He's got that expand that's a little slow. Though it may be fast enough if he gets in all these wharves and he's drawing the deck anyway. He's played one wharf this turn. Yeah, it's hard to say. Hard for me to say anyway. Alright, we're up on 2.5 hours. Try not to go to 3. I don't know. I don't know if I can keep doing these 3-hour matches. There's just so much sitting around.